think today it's kind of all about the prediction markets because trading platform Robinhood teaming up with huge financial firm Susquehanna to launch a predictions futures market. It's clear that predictions markets are booming, but what stocks may boom because of the boom in predictions market? Well, let's get a prediction. Jessica Inskip is Director of Investor Research at stockbrokers.com and joins us now. So Robinhood getting a nice pop, Jessica, but you think there's another name, a big name to watch in this prediction space?
And that I absolutely do. Robinhood's leading into it because it's an easy entrant into this emerging retail client that we have. But prediction markets are where futures were 150 years ago. And I even think there's parallels that we can bring into the options market. Fragmented because it's across CME. Interactive Brokers has their own Kalshi, Susquehanna. There's those sportsbook style platforms. And that's the infancy stage because it's exactly how early futures markets looked before there was standardized futures. And that's where I see CME Group as really being in a position to capitalize from this. They are taking this regulator first path to become the standardized for the type of market structure. And if we go back to what happened with futures 150 years ago, all of the oversight that was required, CME actually acquired those companies, in which case they have been really leaning into these FCMs, which are the future commission merchants, in order to own that market structure. And so that's where I think the opportunity is. I want to compare it to when we were first talking about artificial intelligence. NVIDIA was a major component to that because it's the GPUs. The structure, CME Group, is the structure for prediction markets.
Do we think, Jessica, the predictions markets are big enough or will be big enough overall to move the needle for CME?
I think it can be because it ultimately is a futures product. And when I'm talking to brokerage firms, what I find really interesting about the prediction markets is it's this entry for this younger investor. We see across all of the brokerage firms, this younger investor is increasing. That's where the new accounts are. That's where Robinhood is absolutely leaning in, especially because of the darts that are occurring there. So the commissions, and that's how the exchanges make money, of course, is order flow. So if there's a lot of order flow and that's being pushed with social media, that is what this younger investor is really influenced by, is social media, if you will. So I do think it can move the needle, but what I think is just underpinned is it is a gateway to trading. It's so much easier to say, will NVIDIA beat earnings, yes or no, rather than placing an options trade, trying to understand the structure and premium and valuations to structure that properly. So if you've never invested in the stock market, a simple yes or no is an entryway. And that's why I think it will be bigger than what we realize.